Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michali of Michali's Studio, and today I wanted to include you as I organize my overflow of Copic markers. So a few years back I purchased this lovely Lazy Susan from Pottery Barn. They don't make this anymore. Pottery Barn, if you're watching, please bring this back. I'd love another one for my Copic markers. But in the meantime, I've got a temporary solution while I look for another Lazy Susan, and I'm going to organize them in these jars. And I thought, hey, why don't you all join me? It's some nice ASMR, and we can chat a bit. So over the last few months, as I've been creating paper dolls, I've accumulated a lot more Copic markers. I'm always adding to my collection, and now I have roughly 116 out of the 358 or so of the Copic sketch markers, which I absolutely love. They've been overflowing into this book, and so we're going to pull them all out. And start organizing. In here I tend to like to keep all my different pens, if it's the Copic multi-liner, which are really great for detail. And then I've got the Unipost. I love these, the white and the black for certain kinds of details, highlights in particular. And then I've got these kinds of pens I've got in gold and copper and silver for any kind of metallic detail that I like to do on my paper dolls. Pencils, small scissors, stuff like that is in here. And so to keep this nice and neat, this is how I like to keep my book, if you will. But as I was getting more markers for upcoming projects of paper dolls, it is, as you can see, it's overflowing and I can't fit it into my Lazy Susan anymore. So before I start sorting these by color, I'm going to see if I can stick in any more. I think I've got space here for one more yellow, maybe. Great. Do I have any purple laying around that might go in here? We're going to see as I'm sorting through the colors. So let's start with that. So I'm just going to pull all my blues, anything with a B or a G. Right now my blues and greens are together, depending on how many I have of, wow, I've gotten a lot of blues recently. So blues and greens. So we're going to sort those, whoa, as one group. But I should hopefully be able to, I've got enough jars here, I've got 4, to sort these into 2. Then I've got some yellows, I've got my pinks, and that's a neutral, that's a gray, that's another blue, that's a yellow for the orange, and then I've got, these are all the E's, or the neutrals. So we can put those over here. Now we can start organizing in the jars, and I'm going to color code those as well. So I have a bunch of these ground up mason jars. If you've ever tried their nut butter, it's really good. But so this is kind of the red tones, pinky tones. So I'm going to pop all of those in there. Look at that, isn't that nice? I like this for the kind of neutrals. I may have to put my yellows in here for now temporarily because I have so many blues and greens and I only have 2 more jars. So I'm going to combine 4 now. Now for the final split and the biggest group of markers in my overflow here, we're going to do blues and greens. By the way, these 2 are really tasty. I wish ground up would bring this flavor back, matcha latte. Anyways, let's organize these by color. So I pulled all the greens, in they go. Now let's grab all the blues. Make sure there aren't any sneaky ones that may actually be a green. I'm looking for that G. Nope, these are all blues. Wow, that's quite the overflow. Now I have one more neutral, which I'm going to try and stick in here. Let's see if it can fit. Oh my goodness, I don't know. It just doesn't want to. So for now, it goes in here. These are the markers at the moment, but a fun little way to keep my Copic organized by color And these jars are great because they already happen to be color-coded for me. So there you have it. I hope to find another Lazy Susan to be able to organize my markers this way. This is much more convenient for me, but the jars are a great solution in the meantime. Thank you so much for joining me today as I organize these markers. If you have any questions about Copic markers, let me know. This is what I love to use for rendering my fashion illustrations, my paper dolls, my art, and as you can see, my collection's really growing. Thanks so much for joining, and I will see you in my next video.